Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make brain candies. These are so much fun to make and you can get really creative by making up your own flavors. The first thing you'll need are these candy melts. They come in all different kinds of colors, but I've chosen Halloween colors for the occasion. And you'll also need this mold with little brain shapes inside. These are actually ice cube trays. And I'll leave you links in the description as to where you can find both the candy melts and the ice cube tray. Okay, so let's get started. For the first brain candies, we're going to make cake pops. So to make cake pops, if you don't already know, you'll need a cake. This is a whole box cake and some vanilla frosting. If you don't have box cake, you can use whatever cake you have. You can use cupcakes, muffins, old birthday cake, whatever cake you have, it doesn't matter. You just crumple it up, and once it's all crumpled up, you'll need to add some vanilla frosting to it, and you put as much frosting as you want until it feels like Play-Doh. So for a whole box cake like this one, you'll need about half to 3/4 of this container of frosting. So I'm gonna start with half and see how it goes. So I'll just start mixing everything up. So this is what the mixture is supposed to end up looking like, and I've only used half of the frosting container, so it all depends how moist your cake is. So mine was pretty moist, so I only used half of it. So the next step is to put half of your candy melts in a microwave safe bowl and melt them for about 2 to 3 minutes, but stop the microwave every 30 seconds to mix it up so they don't burn. So here they are, all melted. Be careful not to overcook the candy melts because you don't want to cook them through, you just want them to be melted. So now all you'll need to do is take a spoonful and put them inside the cavities. I would fill it about 1/3 of the way, tap it to remove all the air bubbles, and once you tap them, just spread them all the way up like this, and make sure all of the color doesn't show through, the color of the silicone. So you just spread them nicely. Once you're done, put these in the freezer for about 5 minutes. So now that the candy melts have hardened, it's time to fill them up with whatever you want. Before I told you to leave them in the freezer for 5 minutes, but these actually took me 10 minutes to harden. So it's up to you to judge when it's time to take them out. So to make these brains a little bit gory for Halloween, before putting in the cake mixture, I'm going to put a little bit of some cherry pie filling inside. So when people bite through, it'll feel like some blood or something gory inside of the candy melts. So I'm putting 1 cherry per brain. But if you feel like the people you're going to serve this to won't like the cherries, then you can just leave those out. And now I'm going to put a little bit of the cake mixture inside. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap to fill the rest with, I want to say chocolate, but it's candy melts. Okay, so now it's time to fill up the gaps with the rest of the candy melts. Make sure to tap again to remove the air bubbles, and you can put these back in the freezer for 5 to 10 minutes. So while this is going to harden, I'm going to make the other flavors. For the next flavor of brain candies, we're going to make caramel and peanut flavored brains. So for that, you'll need some peanuts, some caramel squares, these kinds that come in little wrappers. You just unwrap them and put them in a microwave safe bowl. And if you want, you can add a little bit of lime green food coloring, but that's not necessary. That's just a personal choice. So just like the candy melt, you'll put this in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time and mix it until it's completely melted. Now that the caramel is melted, you just add peanuts to it to your liking and start mixing. The caramel will tend to harden faster than the candy melt, so you have to work a little faster. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. And just to make it a little bit gross, because it's Halloween, I'm just going to add a little bit of food gel to it, some green food gel. And if the caramel gets a little bit too hard, then you can just microwave it a little bit more. So I ended up having to melt it a little bit more because it did start to harden. So this is definitely gross looking. Now all you have to do is just fill in the mold. And leave some space for the candy melt. Close it off. So now I'm just going to tap it again so the caramel settles in. Now you can fill up the rest with the candy melt. Now you can put it in the freezer or the refrigerator for as long as it hardens. Now for our purple brains, we're going to use hazelnut chocolate spread, so Nutella, and some hazelnuts. So this one is really easy and it's really delicious. So just add a layer of hazelnut spread. A few hazelnuts. Make sure that nobody has any allergies when you serve these. And add a second layer of hazelnut spread. And as you did with the other brains, just fill in the gaps with the rest of your candy melts. Now for the orange brains, I've decided to make this one super easy. I'm just going to fill up the brains with M&Ms. And of course, fill in the rest with the candy melts. For the white brains, I thought it would be fun to make s'mores. So what you'll need are some graham crackers, some marshmallow cream or fluff. If you don't have that where you live, you can also just put normal, ordinary mini marshmallows. You'll need some chocolate syrup or some chocolate chips, and of course the rest of the white candy melts. So I'm going to start off by putting some marshmallow cream in the brains. I'm gonna try not to fill it up too much because you need room for the rest of the ingredients. So I'm gonna make 2 with marshmallow cream and 2 with ordinary marshmallows. I said I wasn't gonna fill up the brain with too much marshmallows. Okay. So the other ones I'll just put 3 marshmallows. Now I'm gonna add some chocolate syrup, the same kind that you use for ice cream. This one I'm going to put some chocolate chips. And I'm going to put little pieces of graham crackers inside. I think I'm going to add a little bit of chocolate syrup in these ones because they're going to be a little bit dry. Okay. More pieces. Okay, and now you can fill the rest of the brain with candy melt. And now for the black brains, I'm going to put peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm going to use peanut butter, some strawberry jam, and the rest of my graham crackers. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of peanut butter. So now I'm going to put a little bit of strawberry jam in there. And for these brains, I would leave these in the refrigerator until it's time to serve them, because you don't want the oil from the peanut butter to seep out and make it disgusting inside. So this one and the hazelnut one with the Nutella, I wouldn't serve them unless you leave them in the fridge right before. And now put some pieces of graham crackers. I'm gonna fill it up with the rest of the black candy melt. I don't know, for some reason this black candy melt was harder to melt. I think there's something different with the formula to make it that dark. So if that happens to you, if it's really too hard, then you can add just a little bit of coconut oil to your candy melt when you melt them. Not a lot, just like maybe teaspoon, so it's a little bit smoother. So I hope this is going to work well when it's time to remove them from the mold. So it's time to unmold the brain candies. So let's see which ones are missed, which ones are hit, which ones worked, which ones didn't. So I'm gonna stretch a little bit of the mold on the sides. These were the cake pops. So let's see if they worked. Okay, I'm going to turn them upside down and push. Yay! So this one worked out. Let's try all the others. Now it's time to cut them open and see what they look like inside. Whoops. Ooh, that's pretty gross. So you could see the cherry in here. And a cake. So this is what it looks like inside the cake pop. caramel. So the caramel, oh, that's pretty cool looking. The caramel and the peanuts. This is what it looks like inside. Now the orange one was the M&Ms. Let's see. Oh, this one isn't too hard. Oh, they're all falling. So the orange one is like a piñata surprise. So the purple one was the Nutella and hazelnut. Oh, that's pretty smooth. So here it is. You can't see the hazelnuts, but they're in there. Now the s'mores. This one was the one with the real marshmallows. The real marshmallows and little chocolate chips. And now the last one, the black one. So I hope this one works. It's the peanut butter and jelly. This one is opening smoothly. Oh look, that looks pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and click on the notification bell if you would like to see more videos like these. I would love to know what other flavors you would have created. Leave a comment down below or any questions, and I always try to reply to everyone. Have a great day and happy Halloween.